Welcome to Bandit's Keep Actual Play. I'm Daniel. Today we're continuing my original Dungeons & Dragons solo campaign. We are using Chainmail for the combat system and outdoor survival for our hex crawling, but right now we're in a dungeon. The party has avoided, though they did want to fight it, but they avoided a Gorgon and slain some ogres, and they're looking for that prize, which is a +2 shield. Let's see if they can find it. All right, starting turn 1. We're going to move our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gets us to the corner. That's the end of turn 1. Let's roll to see if there's a wandering monster at the end of turn 2. There's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gets us there. That's the end of turn 2. Let's see if there's a wanderer at the end of turn 4. There's going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gets us right to this corner. So the wanderer is going to be in this room. Okay. And we spiked the door open, so we're coming around the corner. We might even see it. So let's see what it is. On a 1 or a 2, it's ogres. Nope. All right. Let's roll. Let's hope it's not a Gorgon. That Gorgon's nothing to mess with. I remember we're on the 4th level of the dungeon, so I'm going to roll a d6. 2. We're going to roll on the level 4 chart, which is a d10, it looks like. Yep. 3. Oh, evil priests. Interesting. Okay, so a priest, I think, is a 3rd level. Just check that. Because, of course, they go by names, right? So he's a 3rd level clerics. Okay, yep. So they're basically from this level, right? They're a level 4 monster, but they're 3rd level clerics. So we'll count them as 1 below. So they would normally be 2, and we're going to double that. So there's actually 4 evil priests. Okay, so these are 3rd level clerics. So, clerics, okay, they fight as 2 men, and they have 3 hit dice. They also have 2 first level spells. Now, they're evil clerics, so we'll roll randomly to see what their spells are. Well, first of all, let's just see what happens here. Number 1, are we surprised? Or are they surprised? That door's open, so they're right there. They are surprised. Okay. So we come around the corner and we see these evil priests. Now, so here's the question. Does our priest recognize that these are evil priests, based on the way they're dressed and all that other stuff? I'm not going to use this because that won't really affect anything. Yeah, they do. Okay, so they know that they're evil priests. So they just say that. They say, they tell one of the elves to say, those are evil priests. And what the elf is going to do is, I could staff command them. Yeah, she's going to step forward. Actually, she's not an elf. She's human. She's going to step forward with the staff of command and say, stand fast, drop your weapons. And let's see. Staff of command. It's the first time we got to use it. This acts like human control. Basically, it says as a charm person spell, but it doesn't just charm 1. It's a very powerful magic item. That's why I was happy to get it. Although I think this is the first time we get to use it. Okay, so it combines animal, plant, and human control. So if we look, human control. This potion has the same general effect as charm person spell, but it can affect from 2 to 12 persons with 3 or fewer hit dice. So they have 3 hit dice, so can we get all 4 of them? No. Okay. 2 of them will abide. 2 will not. And I'm going to say that's the surprise round. Because at this point, we can't, we didn't barrage them with arrows. But they're going to be, they're in this room. So in order to reach us, they're going to have to run. Let's see what spells they have, though. So each of them has 2 first level spells. So the first priest has 5 and 3. So protection from good and detect magic. So neither one of those two things is going to be useful to them here. The second priest has literally the same. I guess they were prepared. All right, so I mean, protection from good is not going to really make a difference because we're not good in that sense. We're not unicorns. So they are going to... Okay, so actually I'm going to make a morale check for these guys because they lost half their group to the charm. Actually, let me do it this way. Do they know that 2 of the group got charmed? No. Okay, they don't know that. So there's not going to be a morale check. And I think we're just going to have them roll a reaction, but because of the good priest here, I'm going to give a -3 to the reaction. Oh, that would have actually been a positive reaction, but 7 is a hesitant or neutral reaction. So maybe they stand fast to see what's going to happen. So we... Oh, do we want to just shoot them down? We don't really want to be messing around with this kind of thing. And we know there's ogres here. All right, I'm going to say it's unlikely that... Oh, you know what? I know what we're going to do. If we win initiative... Well, okay. They're neutral. So do they want to talk? That's going to be likely. Oh, yes, and a positive. Wow, okay. So they actually, they say, we're not here to fight you. Do they worship where the Gorgon is? Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay. They do, and what I was going to say was maybe the Gorgon is holding the space up, and they're coming to clear it out. That's what they're going to tell the party. But because of this, the truth is the Gorgon is their god, and they want to try to sacrifice the party. So they're going to say, we mean you no harm, we're here to worship, but our altar has been desecrated by a beast. We're here to destroy it. Leave us on our way. We are going to destroy it. Or we could pay you to help us. So, let's see. With a good priest here, I think the party's unlikely to do this, but let's just see. No, but positive. So, they believe them, but they say, no, we're here for another quest. Be on your way. And they will drop the charm with the way I treat Staff of Command, by the way. I don't think I said this. Even though it says it's like a charm person spell, I don't make it last forever. I actually have it cost 1 charge per turn. Because I figure otherwise you'd be walking around just commanding people left and right. You get so many charges with it. So they drop the charm and let the priest go on their way. So we'll deal with that in a little bit. The priests walk up, but they've got a key. They go. The party goes this way. All right. I'm going to say that took a whole turn by the time all that happens because we're nervous. We're going to wait in this room. They open the door with the key. They go through. Nothing seems to happen right away. So the party now moves forward and listens at this door. Okay, they will hear something if it's there. Let me roll to see if there is a wandering monster. There's not. So let's see what's on the other side of this door. Oh, look at that. That is a final room because there's nowhere else to go, right? So this is where the rest of the ogres are going to be. I mean, I could just use that, but the way you're supposed to do it with the deck of many dungeons is just put this back and then take a king room. Again, you don't need to do it this way. I could have just used the other room and said it would be there, but let's just do it this way. So once again, they hear something, but they're not going to hear anything because you're through 2 doors. That also means that when they open this door, which they will do now. Okay. I was going to say if they had bashed on it more than once, the ogres might not hear them. So they do that. They come through here. They don't trust these priests. They're going to actually no, they do trust them. So they're going to actually spike that open, which is bad for the player characters. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to roll this d6. This is how many turns it's going to take before they bring the Gorgon out here and put it in this main hall. 2. Okay. That was turn 1. They leave the door open behind them. And they're going to come up here and listen. They don't hear anything. All right, can we bust this door open? Hopefully we bust it open in one try, because if we don't, we're going to be in trouble. We do not. Okay. We smash this door. We try to smash the door open. The ogres inside definitely hear us. Okay, so they're going to move towards the door. Here we go. We break it open on the second try. At that point, we're faced in melee with ogres. So they're going to do the same thing those other ogres did. But this is a big door. Well, same as before. We decided that three ogres could fight. No, actually, I decided 3 ogres could fight through a small door. So I'm going to say that 6 potentially could fight through here. There's only 5 left. So all 5 ogres are going to be able to stand at that door and try to bash through. Oh, boy. Well, this is going to be knockdown dragout, I think. Now, the players in the front, the characters in the front, I should say, were the ones who opened the door, right? So this first round, only the guy with the spear is going to actually get to attack, because they're hesitant because they just opened the door up. So the ogres are all going to get to attack, but only this one party member is. So let me get a second to set this up. So what I'm doing, by the way, because you can't tell, is I'm just basically making hash marks for each hit die they have. So once all 4 are dead, that's 1 dead ogre. Okay, so we've got 5 ogres in here, and I'm going to say that ogre, I'll say it's the last ogre, is going to be the one with the magic shield, because that makes a big difference. Okay, so here we are in the doorway, facing off against ogres. So this one guy is going to get to attack this round. He is, again, 2 dice, because he got a spear. You can add 1 to one of them. 6s are hits. Okay, well, he stabs through and hits 1 ogre. But 5 ogres are going to get to attack. Again, they're each rolling 2 dice here. They can add 1 to one of them. Nothing for the first ogre. Ogre number 2, 1 hit. Ogre number 3, 1 hit. Ogre number 4, nothing. Ogre number 5, 1 hit. Okay, that's 3 hits. So if the hero, so let's see. Yes. I couldn't even articulate because I was so worried about it. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The hero has 4 hit dice. 3 hits against the hero does nothing. If it hadn't been the hero, either one of the other 2 would have been down. Okay. So thankfully, that was not the case. Now, because our cleric does have a healing spell, which we can possibly use as long as they don't go down. And I'll talk about how that works if it comes up. So now into the next round. So at some point during this, so I'm going to do this. Because I said 2 turns before they get in here. So at the end of the second turn, so that was the first turn, was to do all this and open this door. The end of the second turn will be as soon as this battle's over, assuming it doesn't last more than 10 rounds. So I'm just going to start over, and that's round 1. Okay, round 2. Fight! Okay, so if we remember, heavy foot is 1 to 1. So the cleric's rolling 2 dice with 6s being hit. Nothing. The halfling is rolling 4 dice plus 1 for the magic sword. Nothing. Oh no. The elf here, the one that we hope hits stuff, is rolling 2 dice with that magic sword plus 2 more. Oh, heck yeah. 1, 2, but that counts as 4. So that's 1 full ogre dead. Yeah, elves versus ogres, good combo. And then our guy in the back gets plus 1. So he actually gets 2 hits as well. So 1 ogre is dead. 1 is severely wounded, leaving 4 ogres for this next round, which is round 2. Ooh, that's 2 hits. No hits. 3 hits. No hits. So 3 hits again. All right, so 3 hits against the hero. All right. Okay, back to the cleric. 2 dice. No hits. Hobbit, 5 dice. 1 hit, which kills an ogre. Elf with magic +2 sword. 1 hit that counts as 2. Elf with spear. 1 hit. So they killed 1 more ogre. So now we've got 3 ogres. 1 of them is very wounded. Ogre number 1. This is round 3, by the way. 1 hit. Ogre number 2. 1 hit. That's a 2 total. Ogre number 3. Okay, there's 2 hits total. So this will actually only kill the cleric. So let's see who it hits. Hero again, so nothing. Back to the group. Cleric. Nada. Halfling. Nothing. Elf with magic sword. Nothing. Oof. Hopefully this guy gets a hit here, because this is very important. Elf with spear. Nothing. Okay, the ogres get to do the same thing again. Ogre number 1. Oh man, 2 hits. Ogre number 2. No hits. Ogre number 3. No hits. Okay, that's only 2 hits total, which won't kill anyone. Now, you might be looking, oh no, that's not true. 2 hits can kill, no, they have 3 hit dice. 2 hits, he's only 2 hit dice. The reason why 2 hits won't kill him is because he has a magic shield that absorbs 1 hit. So it takes 3 to kill him, 3 to kill her, and 4 to kill her. That's basically what we're looking at here. Okay, back to the player characters. Cleric, nothing. Hobbit with magic sword. 2 hits, that kills 1 ogre. Elf with magic sword. 1 hit, which counts as 2. Elf with spear. Nothing. Okay, so that leaves 2 ogres left. Here we go. Miss. Miss. Back to the player characters. Cleric, nothing. Hobbit, nothing. Elf with magic sword. That counts as 2, which kills 1 and severely wounds. Okay, that's it. This one basically gives up. Oh, actually, no, this one doesn't get hurt at all because he has a magic shield. But at this point, there's only 1 left out of 5. So they're basically going to surrender. And give up, though they are the leader. You know, I'm going to make a morale check, even though technically they should fail. No, I'm not. They surrender. That's the way it works. They surrender, and the party is going to come in here and loot. So we have 5 more ogres in here. So that's another 1,000, 14, 1,700 gold pieces. And we're picking up a shield +2, that's going to be used by they've got a magic shield. They have a magic shield. I'm going to give it to the cleric. Try to keep this cleric alive. Okay. Since they're usually in the front row. It'd be good to get the Hobbit the magic weapons too, but magic shield as well. And then we also have a potion of growth, which I will give to this character right here, because they tend to, no, this one rather, because they tend to keep that kind of stuff. They have another potion as well, potion of clairvoyance. Okay. So we switch, we give the treasure. They're not wearing armor, nor are they. They're usually in the front, so I'm not going to have them carry this treasure. They're wearing chain +2, which basically like not wearing any armor. So I'm going to divide each of this. They're each going to carry 1,000, which should keep our encumbrance down, so we're still moving at the same speed. And then we're going to turn around and go back. So here's the thing. Couple things. The Gorgon's going to be there. Do the priests just kind of stay back here and worship and just let the Gorgon go, like close the door to protect themselves so they don't get hurt, or do they join the fight? So are the priests there is the question. Okay, so it's a tie, but that is the tiebreaker, this one. And this says no. So the priests are not there. They're back, they go behind the door and lock the door. So in this room is a Gorgon. I mean, the Gorgon is not like super intelligent. It's a beast basically. So I'm going to say it's not like it could be waiting for the party per se. So I'm going to say either side could be surprised. So let's make a roll here. The Gorgon is surprised. Whew. Okay. So maybe, just narratively, let's roll back a little bit. Maybe this ogre that surrenders effectively tells them that. You know, we ask them about the priest and the ogre tells them in exchange for his life. So we leave the ogre there, tied up. And although he's pretty beat, I'm going to say we don't even tie him up. We just put him there and we just we put the door behind him. We spike the door. So we'll hear him coming through the door. He'll get through eventually, but we say if we hear you bust down the door in the next hour, we're going to come back and kill you. You know, and we basically just do that. So, that being said, we come into this room, we see this Gorgon. So I think the party is going to attack it. We could try to sneak past it. That's going to be tricky though, because we're wearing plate armor. And only the halfling's particularly sneaky. So I think it makes more sense for us just to attack this thing. So that's what we're going to do. Everyone's going to let loose with their missile weapons from the hallway as soon as we see it, because the hope is that we'll shoot it, and then it will, if it does survive, it'll charge us and we'll get another shot at it again. Well, at least some of us will. So let's start by saying, so it defends as 4 heavy horse. Let me just check my notes to make sure it doesn't require simultaneous. Some especially tough monsters require simultaneous hits, but I do not believe that the Gorgon is such a monster. I mean, 4 heavy horse is still pretty. It's not going to be easy. Okay, it does not. All right. So, number 1, I'll do the halfling because he's got a different weapon. She, rather. This is a female halfling. They have a heavy crossbow versus heavy horse. 1 die per 2 men, 6 hits. They fight as 4 men. So 2 dice, right? They're in short range. There's no dex bonus. So they're rolling 3 dice, and a 6 is a hit. They need to get a total of 4 hits against this thing to put it down. Nothing. Now let's go into our short bows, long bows rather, because it's well, you'll see. Longbow, 1 die per 3. But what we can do here is we can add them together. So we have 2, 2, that's 4, 2 is 6, and 3. So that's 9 totals. That's a total of 3 dice. They're all in short range. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dice for that. So, okay. I don't have enough dice, so I'll just, have 4 dice. And we have some dex bonuses. So I'm going to do a total. So we got 3, and then we have 4, which is 7. Then we've got, actually, they've only fight as 2 men. So actually we lose 1 die there. The reason why they only fight as 2 is because they're a magic user and they're not proficient with the bow, and you always fight as 1 minus 1 man if that's the case. So they're only fighting as 2, which means that in total we only have this many. So yeah. And we don't actually need them to make the number. So I'm not going to count their short range either. They're basically just ineffective here. All right. We don't have a lightning bolt anymore. So anyways, there's 2, and then 1, 2, 3 for short range, right? And then 1 for a dex bonus here. 1 for a dex bonus here. Okay, so these are all the dice we're rolling. Again, any 6s are hits. Aha, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's fantastic. So again, it only defends as 4, so it's not dead yet, but because it's surprised, we're going to get to shoot again because a longbow can shoot twice in a round if you don't move, which we didn't. which means that we can fire again at the end of the round before another one starts. So all that same stuff that just happened is about to happen one more time. The halfling won't get to shoot again. 1, that's all we needed. Okay, so boom, 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 and then we shoot a second round volley, and one of them penetrates through the iron of the bull, and it falls to the ground, making a massive sound. So here's the question. Do the priests, now that we've slain their god, are they going to try to run out and fight us? And ambush us, rather? Yes, but something good. So what we're going to say about that is we're going to, they're going to come charging out because they hear a big bang and they think maybe the bull is winning. So they charge out and we're actually going to get to surprise them. So when they come charging out, we're going to do the same thing we did to the bull. We're just going to let loose with our bows. So we have 4 third level clerics. So they are 3 hit dice apiece. Let me just do a quick roll here. It's not going to matter because we surprise them. They won't get a chance to cast a spell on us. So I'm not even going to worry about that. We're just going to be able to let loose with our bows. Not the halfling, because I'm going to say they haven't loaded yet, but just the longbows. They're fast enough. So now we're doing longbow versus armored foot because these clerics are almost certainly wearing plate mail, which is what they would be wearing. Longbow versus armored, 1 die per man. All right, here we go. Going through our list here. 2 men. Okay. 2 men plus 1. 2. They're going to be 2 as well. So that's another 2. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. They're all in short range, which is 4 more. So that's 12. And then we've got 13, 14. So we've got 14 dice to roll here. 2, 5, 6. All right, so here's 7. So I'm going to roll twice, basically. And any 6s are hits. 1, 2. Oh, and I can add 2 to 2 of these dice. 1 to 2 of these dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 hits, which kills 1, and hurts another. And again, just like before, because we surprised them, we're going to get to shoot twice. Oh, no, that's only half. Not that it matters, because the second half didn't hit. But we get to shoot twice. 1, 2, 2 more. That'll kill that guy. And 1 more. 1, 2, because we're going to add the 2 to the 2 dice that we can. Okay, so they come through the door and they just get rained on by arrows. Half of them are dead. We're going to make a morale check. They got to beat a 7, which they do not. They immediately surrender. Okay, so we're going to actually, again, we're going to tie them up. We're going to drag them back into this place here. And let's see what kind of treasure a Gorgon has. We may have lucked out here. Because it's definitely the Gorgon's lair. Well, we'll see if it's its lair. That's what we need to find out. I say it's definite. I believe that's not necessarily the case. There will be treasure there, though. All right, Gorgon. What kind of treasure have you got? Okay, type E treasure. 50% chance it's in its lair. So let's roll to see if it's lair treasure or if it's just going to be level treasure. Red is first. 17, this is its lair. So type E treasure. So let's see what we got. All right, type E. There is a 5% chance that there's copper. No copper. There's a 30% chance that there is silver. No silver. There is a 25% chance there's gold. 23, so there is gold. $1 to 8,000 gold pieces. 2,000 gold. Okay. There's a 10% chance that there are gems. 18, no. 10% chance is jewelry, nope. 30% chance of magic items. 100, no. For a second there, I was like, yes. Okay, so there's just 2,000 gold pieces here. That's not a lot, but you know what? 2,000 gold pieces, 2,000 gold pieces. So we pick up that 2,000 gold pieces. So a total of 5,000 gold pieces, plus the magic items that we were looking for. We're going to leave that priest there. Priests there, we'll time up. Then we will leave the dungeon. Let's just see. That should count for one more wandering monster check, which we do not encounter one. Okay. Back up on the surface. I'm not going to bother to flip down the map unless I roll badly here. We're in the plane. We're only lost on a roll of a 1. So if I roll a 1 here, we'll have to whip out Outdoor Survival and figure out where we're going. But if I don't, then they'll be able to travel back in one day. And since they'll end on the home hex, they won't be wandering monster. Nope, they travel home. Okay, so that means that they enter the dungeon on the 25th. On the 26th, they travel home. So it is April 26th. Less than a week in the field. They recovered a potion of growth, a shield +2, a sword +2, and 5,000 gold pieces. I'm going to call that a pretty good adventure. If you've been enjoying these actual plays, and I assume you have since you're still here, please do take a minute to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, do all that good stuff. Also, check the description below. You'll find a link to my Patreon, where you can support the channel, and a link to my Discord server, where you can join up over there and have a conversation with lots of great people. Check the description below for all that information. I'll talk to you soon.